Hi guys, this is China Stuff Review with a special review today of the new Apple iPhone 5. As you can see, I bought a white version of the iPhone 5. It has the new Apple connector, headphone ports at the bottom now, on and off switch still in the same position. This is a white iPhone 4 compared to the new white iPhone 5. If we put them together, you can see that if you line them up, the screen size has been increased, and I must say that it's pretty nice to have a bigger screen. Old apps still run in the old aspect ratio, so you have black bars here and at the top to make the screen the same size as it was on the iPhone 4. But I think as soon as apps will get updated, it will be more useful. Facebook is already in the new iPhone 5 aspect ratio, and I must say that the extra space is nice if you're reading through your timeline. Here you can see the FaceTime camera on the iPhone 4. The FaceTime camera is relocated to the top at the iPhone 5, so it's centered, which makes more sense because if you're holding it in front of your face, having a centered camera is better than having a camera slightly off center. The home button hasn't been changed, even though there were some rumors that the design of the home button was going to change. It hasn't. Here you can see the proximity sensor. I'm filming this with the new iPad, by the way, and I'm having some trouble with the lighting, but I hope it turns out to be alright. You can see that the flash has been relocated a little bit further on the side of the new iPhone. On the 4S and on the 4, the flash was next to the camera, and now there's a slight space in between. I don't know what the little thingy between the actual flash and the camera lens is on the iPhone 5, but maybe we'll find out later. I have a screen protector on the front and the back of both these phones to keep them nice. We can now compare the side. We stack them up, and there we are. Here you can see that the iPhone 4. Yeah, there we are. Here you can see the antenna border of both phones. Those are more or less the same. There's one extra right here to prevent the death grip you could do on the iPhone 4. The vibration switch and the volume switches are on the more or less the same level. They're more centered in the iPhone 5 than they were on the iPhone 4. On the iPhone 4 they're more at the top. If we switch this around, here you can compare the old dock connector with the new dock connector. I must say that I'm fairly happy with the new dock connector because it doesn't matter how you rotate the plug, it will always fit in, which is actually nice. And the headphone port at the bottom, to me that makes sense because you stick your phone in bottom up, because if you stick your hand in, you take it out, is oriented the right way. If it's the other way around, to keep the cable from your headphone going up, then you have to rotate it back to be able to use it. Here you can see the SIM card slots. They're on a different level altogether. The iPhone 5 uses the new nano SIM format, which I'll talk about a bit more later on. The buttons, the on and off switch, are more or less the same. They haven't really done anything to that, but they work, so, what else do you want? To talk more about the SIM cards a little bit, I have the new nano SIM right here, and the old micro SIM on the left. I used a format from iClarified.com to cut my own nano SIM. What I did is you put the micro SIM right here, you align it as good as you can. You stick a bit of sellotape over the whole SIM card. Then you get a ruler out, get the lines going with a CD marker, the diagonal one, don't forget that one. Get all the lines aligned. Write them on the sellotape. Then cut the SIM card off the piece of paper with a little X-Acto knife, and then use a pair of scissors to cut the micro SIM to nano SIM size. You can also buy a pair of pliers to do it for you, but they're like $20, and how many times would you use it? I'm guessing only once. So why bother? You can do it with a pair of scissors easily. This is the packaging of the iPhone 3G. As you can see, it's pretty high. Frontal shot of the phone with a embossed button. This is the box for the iPhone 3GS, slightly smaller. I have another box for a 3GS, which is again slightly smaller. Then I have a box for the iPhone 4, still in sellotape, or in cellophane, whatever you want to call it. iPhone 4 box. And I have a UK version of the iPhone 4 box, which is higher than the European one, and that's because of the charger. The charger is different. In the UK they don't have the flat charger we have. And to get more in terms of the iPhone 5's box, I need to get the iPad box out. This is the box for the new iPad. The box of the iPhone 5 looks more like the new iPad's box than the iPhone 4's box, as said previously. This is the box for the iPhone 5. If you open it up, you have the tray where your phone's in. You lift it out with all the booklets and stuff, and here you can see the new headphones, which are in-ear headphones. The charger, which is the same, and a place for the cable. I removed the cable because I needed it to charge the phone. Here we have the new dock connector, which is which can be used both sides up. Here we have the old dock connector, which only has one good way to stick it in, and that's why a little symbol is on the top. I'm fairly happy with the new dock connector. It's easy to use, and it's a lot smaller. Even though you would have to buy new docks, new connectors, new speakers, whatever. I hope Apple will release a adapter bracket which adapts the new socket into the old plug. Yeah, that's the only downside of the new dock connector, really, that all your accessories aren't supported anymore. Starting off here, we have the iPhone 5, a white iPhone 4, a black iPhone 4, a white iPhone 3GS, and a black iPhone 3G, all 16GB versions. Here they are again, stacked up nicely. This is the iPhone 5 on the left, iPhone 4 in the center, and the 3GS on the right. As you can see, this new iPhone 5 is really small. It's thinner than the 4 is. The 4 is slightly thicker. The iPhone 5 is as thin as the bottom white bit and the aluminium bit on the iPhone 4. That's how more or less you can see it. And here we have the 3GS, which is huge compared to the other two. The weight of the iPhone 5, it feels lighter than the iPhone 4 does. The 4 feels more heavy, and the 3GS feels, well, almost as heavy as the 4 is. So the iPhone 5 is lighter and thinner and slightly higher. That's the only thing, but the flatness of it makes up for the new bigger feel of the device. To conclude, the new Apple iPhone 5. I'm really happy with what they did. I'm not sure about the brushed aluminium stuff on the back, but I like the look of the phone. I like the way it feels. I'm used to the new big screen already. It's really nice. It's an improvement over the screen you had on an iPhone 4. In my next review, I'll go into iOS 6 in a bit more depth. This was more a review about the physical appearance of the phone compared to the 4 and the other Apple models. Hope to see you again in the next review. Bye.